Today, our topic for discussion is going to be poultry production in agriculture. First of all, let us look at the definition of poultry. Poultry refers to all domestic birds kept for their meat and egg. Let us also look at the definition of poultry farming. Poultry farming refers to the raising of domesticated birds for their meat and eggs. Poultry include chicken, turkey, pigeons, ducks, guinea fowls, and geese. Common breeds of fowl. Number one, we have white and brown leghorn. Number two, Rhode Island red. Number three, dark Cornish. Number four, Plymouth Rock. Number five, light Sussex. Let us look at some common breeds of duck. Number one, Peking. Number two, white runner. Number three, khaki Campbell. Number four, white Campbell. Let us look at some common breeds of turkey. Number one, black Norfolk. Number two, broad-breasted white. Number three, broad-breasted bronze. All right, let us look at some characteristics of breeds of turkey. Broad-breasted white. Number one, it is a poor breeder. Number two, they are good meat producer. Number three, they lay sparkle brown eggs. Number four, they have white and attractive feathers. Let us look at black Norfolk. Number one, medium-sized breeder. Number two, produces good quality meat. Number three, reproductive performance is poor. Let us look at Bettville small white. Number one, legs are pinkish white. Number two, females lay brown sparkle eggs. Number three, good producers of broiler meat. All right, let us look at a subtopic called fowls or chicken and discuss it into details. Fowls are the most commonest type of poultry reared in Ghana. All right, let us look at some basic terminologies that we can use in poultry production. As you can see in your table, we have the term and meaning. So the first term is cock, and the meaning is a male fowl above 1 year of age. Cockerel, a male fowl below 1 year of age. Hen, a female fowl above 1 year of age. Pullet, a female fowl below 1 year of age. Chick, a young fowl less than 6 weeks. Capon, a castrated male fowl. All right, let us look at the term caponization. Caponization is the process of castrating fowls. Let us look at some importance of poultry production. Number one, source of nutritious food. Number two, sources of income for farmers. Number three, manure for fish pond and vegetable gardens. Number four, employment for people. Number five, feathers for decoration and filling of pillows. All right, on your screen is a diagram representing a fowl and also digestive system of a fowl. Students must learn how to label the part of the fowl and also state the functions of the digestive system of the fowl. All right, let us look at a subtopic called local and exotic breeds of fowl. Domestic chicken may be grouped into two breeds, namely local breeds and exotic breed. The table shows the difference between exotic breeds of fowl and local breeds of fowl. Let us look at it. Foreign breeds of fowl, not hardier and resistant to disease and heat stress. The local, hardier and more resistant to disease and heat stress. Fast growers and have large body size, not fast growers and have small body size. Lack the tendency to broodiness, broodier and takes better care of their chicks. Produce more large-sized egg, produce fewer and smaller eggs. Produce tender flesh, produce tough flesh. The foreign one does not have forage ability. Local one have great forage ability. All right, let us look at the term hybrid fowls. Hybrid fowls are fowls obtained by crossbreeding local and exotic breeds. Alright, let us look at a subtopic called layers, broilers, and dual-purpose fowl. Fowls can be classified into three main groups based on their use, namely layers, broilers, and dual-purpose fowl. Let's take them one by one and discuss them. Layers. Layers are birds that are kept mainly for their egg production. Let us look at characteristics of a good laying hen. Number one, the vet must be smooth, moist, and enlarged. Number two, they must have bright eyes. Number three, large, glossy, bright, and warm combs. Number four, the abdomen must be expanded and soft. Let us look at factors affecting number of egg laid by layers. Number one, quality of water provided. Number two, weather condition. Number three, health status of the fowls. Number four, quality and quantity of feed provided. Let us look at broilers. They are fast-growing chicks that are kept mainly for meat production. Let us look at dual-purpose fowl. They are fowls that are kept for both meat and egg production. Example, Rhode Island Red, Light Sussex. Alright, let us take egg and discuss it into details. There are two main types of egg, namely hatching egg and table egg. Let us take them one by one. Hatching eggs. They are fertilized eggs produced by a hen that has been crossed by cock. They can be hatched into chicks. Table eggs. They are unfertilized eggs that are obtained from female birds that have not been fertilized by the cock. They cannot be hatched into chicks. Alright, let us look at method of preserving egg. Number one, cold storage. Number two, frozen liquid eggs. Number three, egg powder. Number four, use of sodium silicate solution. On the screen is a diagram representing an egg. Students must learn how to label the part and also state the functions of the part. Let us look at economic importance of egg. Number one, eggs are source of protein in diet. Number two, eggshell is a source of calcium in animal feeds. Number three, fertilized eggs can be hatched into chicks. Number four, eggs play a role in manufacturing of vaccines. Alright, let us look at a subtopic called caring for chicks. First thing we'll be looking at is brooding. Brooding is a practice whereby newly hatched chicks are given the necessary warmth and feed until they develop feathers to maintain their body temperature. Brooding lasts for about 4 weeks. Let us look at another term called brooder house. Brooder house is a house built to keep day-old chicks from the first day of their lives to about 4 weeks without mothers until they develop feathers to maintain their body temperature. On the screen is a brooder house. Students must be able to identify a brooder house. Let us look at another term called brooder. Brooder is a device in which newly hatched chicks may be tended. Let us look at some components of the brooder house. Number one, hover. Number two, feed trough. Number three, water trough. Number four, litter. Let's take them one by one and discuss it. Litter. Litter is a material that is used to cover the floor of the brooder house. Example of litter is sawdust. Let us look at disadvantages of using sawdust as a litter. Number one, it kicks up easily. Number two, it easily becomes moistened. Number three, small grain sawdust can suffocate the chicks. Number four, it harbors more pathogen than other organisms. Let us look at ways of maintaining a good litter house. Number one, the floor litter must be kept dry at all times to prevent disease. Number 2, the floor litter must be changed regularly after every cycle of production. Number 3, remove all insect nests and cobwebs on the walls of the brooder house. Number 4, ensure that the floor is dry before new litter is put in. And the last one, change the food material and disinfectant regularly. All right, let us look at water trough. Water trough is a device in which the fowls drink water from it. On a screen is a type of water trough that is used in a brooder house. Let us look at how the water trough functions. Water from the cap fills the trough to cover the hole. When birds drink water from the trough, the water level falls below the hole. Water then refills the hole from the cap. Let us look at other devices that can be used as a water trough. Number 1, shallow clay dish. Number 2, split bamboo filled with water. Let us look at some ways of maintaining water trough. Number 1, regular cleaning and washing of trough. Number 2, regular removal of particles that block the water outlet. Number 3, regular refilling with clean water. Number 4, avoid contamination by sawdust or litter from entering the water trough. All right, let us look at reasons why the following practices are carried out in poultry production. Number 1, disinfectant is put in water at the entrance for foot bath at the poultry house, and this is done to prevent the introduction of germs to the poultry house by visitors. Number 2, maturing birds are debeaked, and this is done to prevent vent pecking and eating of egg. Number 3, separation of sick birds from the flock, and this practice is done to reduce the spread of disease and parasite in the poultry house. All right, let us look at feed trough. Feed trough is a device that is used to serve the chicks with feed. On your screen is a diagram representing a feed trough. All right, let's see how the feed trough functions. The feed chamber contains the food. The handle prevents the birds from sitting in the feeding chamber. The handle of the feeding trough is made to rotate so that the birds cannot comfortably sit on it. Let us look at some ways of maintaining the feed trough. Number 1, regularly washing and cleaning the device. Number 2, emptying the feed chamber every morning. Number 3, getting rid of poultry droppings from the trough. All right, let us look at hoover. Hoover is a device that produces right temperature for the chicks. In general, the brooder house temperature must be reduced as the chicks mature. Let us look at how the hoover operates. Number 1, when the temperature is right, chicks spread themselves uniformly under the hoover. Number 2, when the chicks move away from the hoover, the temperature is too high and need to be lowered. Number 3, when chicks cluster around the hoover, the temperature is too low and need to be increased. All right, this brings us to the end of part 1 of poultry production. Watch out for part 2. Thank you.